with the rules I set myself outlined, I decided to try my first quote-unquote Inktober type of challenge. As you can see, I actually forgot to change the keybinds for the pencil because I actually don't have a keybind for one. And instead of manually clicking on the pencil tool every single time I sketch something, erase something, click on the pencil tool again, it's a bit tedious. I decided to bind it, which was the letter Q. Don't ask me why it's Q, I just happened to choose Q. And I wrote on the side, so I remember that's actually Q. I guess the idea of Inktober is to be outside your comfort zone and doing something differently and trying to be creative and whatnot. As you can see, I'm struggling to draw circles, but oh well, I'm learning. Oh well. Yeah, what can I say? Got to keep better at drawing circles. Got to look at more balls. Kappa Pride. When I draw things, I usually never sketch anything first at all. It'll be literally be create a new layer, and whatever I draw in it will be like the outline, the line art kind of thing. But I thought I'd give it a try and sketch and see, where that takes me. With the prompt word being ring, I decided to take a different approach, and I would like to think most people will probably draw the ring, as in the jewelry ring. Since I like space, I decided to draw a ring around the planet Saturn. And since there's a theme I need to stick towards, I had to sit down and think which Dango members would be best suited for this prompt. And the first two that came on top of my head was Munakun and Solartech Zero, as I felt those two could easily fit in a space. Drawing a ring for Saturn proved to be rather challenging since I'm not familiar with drawing on a big canvas. I think it's 1920 by 1080, like a wallpaper basically. The canvas settings I'm used to drawing is actually around 500 by 700 for my Bokomaru, so something that's more than doubled the size. It's something I'm not used to, but that's a part of Inktober, I guess, and another challenge added to the ever-growing list. Although I intended the piece to be simple, I felt it was a tad simplistic and ought to focus on the prompt a bit more, because I think if you was to look at that, you wouldn't really know what the prompt word was. So I decided to focus on the ring a bit more. In light of this, and coupled with wanting to make this a bit more cutesy, quote-unquote cutesy, I decided to make the ring to be kind of like a carousel with quote-unquote rides rotating around it. So when drawing these rides, I thought of all kinds of vehicles. So I drew a plane, a boat, a rocket ship, and so on. The last vehicle I thought of was actually a train. And that's when it hit me that I should add Tachi in as well, since Tachi is associated with trains. When quote-unquote finishing the sketch, I had another light bulb moment. And that was to make that actual planet Saturn as a dango as well. So I drew the eyes and the cheeks and whatnot. There were times where I accidentally hit Ctrl Z, so I kind of broke my own personal rules. But I tried to keep it as a minimum, because I think when you do digital art, you're kind of used to Ctrl Z all the time. But throughout the whole drawing, I think I pressed it about no more than 5 times, and I've actually used an eraser to rub out my drawing. It's just to kind of like simulate as if I was doing traditional art and actually drawing on paper. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this first day 1, with the prompt word ring. So enjoy the rest of the video clip.